All right, hello everybody. 晚上好. It's good evening, and that's good evening in Mandarin, which I just use. I'll be using lots of Mandarin today, and in a way, I'm going to be what am I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna probably what I'm actually planning to do today is like as although I'll translate, I'll try to read out what I've seen. And sometimes if it takes too long, I'm just gonna kind of skim through it, or skim through the translation because it's not worth me having to translate every single subtlety. But I'll try to preserve like the tone of voice or how the speaker is speaking, and I explain a little bit as we go. But yeah, this should be pretty fun, and it's kind of different from the Japanese games I've been playing up to now, and it's very different from JRPGs, which are a bit more like, yeah, of course, like in this game we're gonna play as young heroes, but you'll kind of have a feeling of more of like the culture of China, of like, well, not current China, it's really different now, modern China, but like ancient China, and like how things were done. And of course, like before we play this game, you should kind of like let's kind of kind of throw out like certain notions of like how like some Western ideals that we kind of like got really used to. Like a lot of that's not gonna be here in this game because this game is in ancient China, and so a lot of the customs will be different, and the way of speaking or like the expectations. But I'll go through them as we go because I know it's a little bit quite daunting. But anyway, also this game was made in 1997, and this is actually a 2001 edition of the game, so it has NFMVs. Don't expect Square Enix or Squaresoft level FMVs because that was just not possible when given the budget of this that this company had, which is Sunsoft. And anyway, without further ado, let's go and start off with a new game, and I'll of course make fun of the characters as we go. So, and I'll probably have to change my voice to reflect the speaker. Without further ado, 1, 2, 3, let's start 新仙剑奇侠传, which is the Legend of Fairy and Sword, and this is the new Legend of Fairy and Sword. And yeah, let's go. 新的故事, which is a new story. And to be fair, this is Softstar. Sunsoft is a Japanese company. I'm sorry. Anyway. And and yes, Zeo Corbett, I'm probably gonna try to make my voice a little higher for the women, but don't expect miracles. And let's enjoy the FMV. And yes. Ooh. And then Chong Hui, like that's the person who the director. One thing about this game is that the soundtrack's pretty good from what I've heard so far. As we go, like I've actually played a little bit ahead, so, but I won't be doing that for the rest of the game, just up to a certain point, just so I could get some practice. And this is all the credits, but it's gonna be kind of hard for me to make any meaningful translations of those, because even if I did, it wouldn't help you. But yeah, lots of cranes. So I'll try my best. I do have an iPad here just in case I need to translate certain things, and because like idioms, which is 成语, which are idioms, are kind of hard to translate because like sometimes it's kind of rough. You gotta remember them. They're good, but you can't really use them. They're not really obvious to anyone who's doing a literal translation like I would. Ooh. Lots of cranes. I'm actually surprised they haven't shown any of the characters yet. They're just showing a lot of scenery, which we'll probably go through in the game. I have no idea. I'm just as blind as you. Oh, there's our main character. And you don't know who they are yet, but we will tell them. And those are the... And yeah. and that's the sound director, Jian Xu or something like that. I might have read it wrong. Might as well get my. Oh, and Music Power is the company who did all like the accompaniment, is what it says. Oh right, here we are, and I'm not gonna translate that right part because it's gonna go away and it's not really important right now. Alright, so this young man over here is named Li Xiaoyao. Li is his last name, Xiaoyao is his first name, is his given name. In Chinese there's no middle name, in case you were wondering, so the funny thing is, like, the same person could have multiple names, especially people in history. Like, they'll have their name when they're born, and then like they upgrade so to speak when they get a new title or they become emperor or some crazy thing. And it looks like RPG Maker and it kind of predates it, so I'm not surprised. Anyway, let's go into translation. Hey, 跑得了和尚跑不了庙，你们能往哪里逃? Which is he's basically saying, he's like, you can run away from the monk, but you can't run away from the temple, which is just basically a way of saying that you can't run away. And where do you think you're going? Alright, let's do this. One of the odd things about this game is to run, you actually double tap the direction you go and then you can run faster. And when you run into a wall, you lose all momentum and you walk slow like this. It took me forever to figure out how to do that. So anyway, the other thing that's really useful in this game is that you can do this. Okay, so let's observe, since we're starting out, to the right, the top number is your power, and Li, which is your HP, 641. That's a lot for how early we are in the game. Qi is your your Qi, or your, in this case it works like MP. So you have 457. You're pretty good. Oh, okay. And this is Li Xiaoyao, that says his name up there. And his stats are Xiuxing, which is level 30. 30? That's a little high for the beginning of the game, so I suspect something's up. Jingli is your EXP, the green numbers, and so far I have 10,165 so far, and I have 0 on this level. The next is strength. Li, which is like your body strength, which is your HP, 641. Zhen Qi, which is your Qi, which is 457. Let's see. Wu Shu, which is like your martial arts power. It's 797, and that's how do you spell? Okay, that one I have to look up, but I'll go to the next number, which is 274, is for your defense, and Senfa is, I don't know how to explain that. But it's like your wisdom actually is 184. Ji Yun, which is your luck, is 145. I don't know what that word is. Give me a second. This would be a good time. This is now the time to use the dictionary because I'm dumb. Anyway, really quick. Oops. So what is that word? Well, anyway, actually maybe I'll just get back to it because I don't want to take up too much time, or else we're going to be sitting here until the end of time before I finally figure out how to use this. I have an iPad here. Oh, and I should mention, this is my controller, the Wii U Pro controller. So decided to play a game 2001 controller from 2012 just to be funny. Anyway, to the right on those circles over there is just what his equipment is. This is what he's wearing on his his head, which is the purple crown, the purple gold crown, and this is what you wear on your neck, Pi Gua, and it's just an amulet that protects you, defensive amulet. This is what you 身穿 is what you wear in your body, and it's just an iron armor is what that says. 金铁战甲. And this is the name of the weapon. 手持, which means to hold something you're holding, and it says 纯阳剑, which is the sword, which is basically the sword of the sun. And this is 佩戴, which is like something that's, I guess, this accessory you're wearing. Yeah, 佩戴. Sorry, I can't pronounce things. And this says 青龙碧血玉, which is just like the blue dragon jade. And this is 脚穿, which is what you're wearing on your feet. And it's 狐皮鞋, which is basically tiger skin boots. Alright, and the other things you can do here in the menu are 仙光, which is 仙术, which is just all your attacks. I'll explain them as we use them, because it'll be much more easy that way. 物品 is item, and then you can choose to use it, 实用, or 装备, which is to equip. The only other thing I can equip now is a 木剑, which is a wooden sword, which is not very helpful for us. So we're gonna know that system, and this is really important, guys. I can save anywhere I want. I already have some saves, but I'm gonna be erasing them as we go. Yes, I would like to save. That is what it's basically asking me if I want to overwrite. So that leaves the game, and this is all that stuff. This is to load, and I'll probably be doing that if I screw up. So anyway, without further ado, let us rock this. Okay. Oh no. Anyway, this is the first dungeon, but as far as I know, anything I'm doing is meaningless. And yes, I earned 80 EXP is basically what that says. Oh my gosh. So, in case you're wondering, this is how a battle plays out. It's turn-based, so I actually don't know how order is determined yet. But as far as I know, this up is the sword to attack. Left is your 武术, which is your techs, or your martial arts moves, and literally. And like you can do various things, and I will explain them as we get them. So I'm not going to talk about all of these right now. And the flag, it allows you to do certain things. You could either use 道具, which is an item, defend, 防卫, which is to defend, 围攻, which is probably not useful right now, but as far as I know, it's to surround, or like it's like a group tech, but we can't do it with one person. 驾跑, which is very important, is to run away. And 状态 is just so I can see the screen again. Alright, but anyway. The only thing you have to worry about these demons is never let them combine, or never keep one of each type alive next to each other, because they'll combine and hurt you for 1/4 of your health. Right now they'll only do like a little bit of damage, so I'll kill one. As far as I know, blocking is completely random, so there's no way, it's not like Mario RPG where I can defend. Alright, let's run! Run! I don't want to fight these! Die. Interestingly, you don't know the name of the enemies you're killing, so I'm just not gonna try. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna get a chest, and that is... What did I get? I'll look at it after I open the menu. So, what did I get? That is... 移工财珍贵药材 用字是料伤药的极品体力全满 that is actually an elixir. This is basically an elixir, but it heals all your HP, and it's like purple jade, like cream, basically. Run! I'm actually gonna get the items because I think that carries over, but I don't know. That is some kind of jade. But anyway, we're running. Ah, no! One thing is, this game is not that forgiving early on because they're already throwing all these enemies at you. Oh, encounter rate's kind of weird too. Or like sometimes the hit detection's a little weird. Block, block. I actually think you can block if I tap the confirm button, but I'm not really sure. Yay! Not much to... Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Run! Run!